Hello, my name is Peter, and today we're going to be doing a presentation on Prepared. Prepared is a professional flight simulation software designed by Lockheed Martin. It is used for training across aviation, maritime, and ground domains, allowing users to create realistic scenarios for education, mission, mission rehearsal, and emergency response. Widely used academically, commercially, and in the military. Uh, Permission system requires system permissions, necessary permissions, and unnecessary permissions. Prepare doesn't touch on the topics of access to camera, contacts, microphone, location, etc. There are software like Visual Studio where it needs system level permissions to run properly. It requires file system read-write access to load program files, scenery, and add-ons, while also writing config data, logs, and cache. It is essential, but it is also vulnerable to malicious file or DLL injection. Registry access is used to manage config and licensing, especially during installation. Admin privileges is necessary during installation to write to program files. It uses GPU APIs like DirectX for rendering, which could be abused by driver vulnerabilities or shader code. Network access is optional but opens attack surfaces when enabled prepared loads DLL add-ons, which can be used for customization but also risky. It interacts with audio input devices, timers, and hardware APIs. There are no known unnecessary permissions. Below this will contain system requirements to run the software. Cybersecurity risk if compromised. Only needs normal system level permission to function. If it was ever to be compromised, attackers might manipulate config or DLL files, inject code, or exfiltrate data through the file system. Attackers can alter registry keys, exploit network features for theft or remote control, abuse admin privileges to take full control of the system, or execute arbitrary code and install malware. The EULA summary. Prepared Prepared's personal license grants users a non-transferable right to use the software for education, personal learning, and self-improvement, but not for entertainment, commercial training, or military use. Those require higher tier licenses. Users do not own the software. Redistribution, copying, selling, or sharing any part of it is strictly prohibited. The EULA states that Lockheed Martin is not responsible for third-party add-ons and user must follow each add-on's separate license terms. Lockheed Martin may collect data for license validation and updates, and they reserve the right to modify or disable older versions. The license can be terminated if the user violates any term. EULA changes as providers. If I was Lockheed Martin, I would make the following changes. I would provide clear transparency about what data is being collected and when. EULA changes as users. I would offer clear guidance on identifying trusted third-party add-ons and verifying developer legitimacy. Bring your own device security issues. If employees want to run Prepared on personal devices connected to the organization's network, there are a couple security concerns that should be addressed. The first one is malicious add-ons, since users may install random scenery or plugins that could contain malware from untrusted developers. Even if they're trusted, what if they're attacked and the attacker spread malware through the add-ons? The second is privileges, where users running Prepared as admins could allow exploits to fully compromise workstations. Network exposure is also at risk because a lot of simulation features may open ports, which then can get into internal network. Lastly, any unpatched installations or add-ons could expose the organization. Allow or prohibit an organization. In order for Prepare to operate in my organization, I would set up machines specifically for it with strict controls. My organization should research and improve any reliable trusted add-ons for the software. Admin privileges. should only be granted to people who are authorized, which should be a small group of people. Network-wise, Prepared should be in its own subnet for enhanced security and improved performance. Security recommendations. My software has not undergone any security issues from attackers. However, there has been an incident where a Windows update has caused some add-ons to CTD. There has also been a couple instances where the Windows update would change the permission on the C drive. The end. And these are my references. Thank you.